Jönköping, Sweden, DreamHack Winter 2017. We are into our second series on day 2, and the CIS region needs a win to stay alive at the DreamHack Major. Na'Vi down 1-0 to Newbee after we lost VP 2-0 to EG earlier this morning. Let me bring my panel back in. I think we all felt that that draft, well, most of us thought that that draft was a little bit lopsided in favor of Newbee. Did we see Na'Vi ever really having a window into that game, Fogged?
They had some good moves, but I think it really comes down to they didn't have a solution for the PL. He got really out of control, farmed all over the place. His team made a lot of space for him. And even though Na'Vi did have some good moves, like with Roger had some pretty successful impales and stuff in this game. At one point, the PL just gets way too massive, and their map control just kept getting more and more dwindled because they don't have good ways to push out the lanes. You see Dendy on the Viper, tries to itemize, goes for the Maelstrom first item so he can actually push these lanes out. But overall, it's such a hard game. The only person who can really have a great game is Crystallized.
And this is such a great play.
Look at this save.
This
1 HP he's going to survive on with the Shadow Amulet here in the bottom fight, but the game almost had a feeling of inevitability. I was kind of watching that game thinking to myself, unless Toby starts screaming crystallized Slark at the top of his lungs for 5 minutes, I'm not sure I need to pay that close attention.
This is a good juke by Mugi here.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Slark thinks he's an illusion.
The hands off the keyboard.
God.
Some every time.
In a pro game, no less. How tilting can that be? My goodness.
And then Roger has no mana for the stun. Insult to injury right there.
Yeah, man. So, by the way, I wanted to bounce something off you guys. We're going to see, once again, Newbee chose second pick, and Na'Vi are going to be on the Radiant side. All right, only one team in the tournament has chosen Dire so far, regardless of selection priority.
Who was that?
Secret.
Guess? No? One more guess?
Liquid.
Liquid, yeah. Liquid chose Dire. They are the only team, though, when offered a choice, either selection priority or not, to choose Dire. So, obviously, the teams still think that Radiant is really good.
Was that the
in
game
their
they
series
picked?
against VP? Or
Yes,
against, it was
yes,
against
it was the game against VP.
Okay.
Yep. So, Owen, what do you think Na'Vi can do to get back in this one?
I really hope that they just don't pick Viper. I feel that, sure, obviously Dendy's very comfortable and they seem to have a lot of strategies around this hero, but I just feel that Dendy can get so much more done. You know, if you want to put him on sort of a boring pushing hero, put him on a Death Prophet, but the Viper for me is, we've seen it be very underwhelming a few times, and especially when they sort of run it in a lineup like with the Slark. I'm sort of very sure we're not going to see the Slark again, even though, again, Crystallized, as I said, he played it very well, I felt. Considering the situation at the start, he was doing great. You know, he was hitting all the item timings. It was just, for me, the hero pick. And I think there are two heroes we will not see again.
All right.
Maybe I'll be wrong, but
Well,
I feel if they pick him, it's not great.
Pardon me. Let's quickly see the MVP results from our first match. We're going to take a look at that as Dendy does. Well,
Yay!
all right.
And that's why they're picking the Viper, you know? He gets the public votes.
Despite the result, Dendy winning out there. Hard to argue with that choice, although I think it might have been something other than the game. Slacks, what do we think quickly going into this game 2? We're moments away from the draft.
Nothing. I agree with Owen. I said before, whenever we see Viper, Dendy, it's just not as cool as it could be. I mean, he plays so many different heroes in the mid so more dominantly, and Viper really depends on his teammates kind of to get the enemy low. Whereas Dendy excels in getting those enemies low by murdering them effortlessly from his mids.
I think it hurt them too. They had to come out with the first pick in the second phase, so they committed to that Viper as the overall 5th pick out of 10 in the draft, and it just gave away, not only is the hero not sort of a dynamic Dendy trademark, but it gives away a lot of information.
I think the hero can work. I think it's a little bit tough. I think it's the combination, though. I think having Viper, having Clockwork, and Nyx Assassin, no one can take the space that these heroes make on the map.
What?
You can't farm and push out lanes.
Na'Vi, Bans, and
It's switched.
Enchantress?
It's going to be switched. Yeah.
They switched it around.
Oh, okay. That was almost crazy.
I think Kaka had a ridiculous performance on the Sanking, so this is a really appropriate one, as he usually does on the Sanking. His best heroes.
I thought the Bane play was really nice, actually.
Bane
Well, a
too.
lot of the times we were seeing some of these Fiend scripts come through, and just, yeah, I was very impressed by the Bane. I wouldn't be surprised if Newbee actually opened up with the Bane pick again.
The thing that I really like about Bane is you don't really need many items. You can be this just like ward and sentry guy, and then you get like a glimmer cape, and that's pretty much it. That's all you really need.
Yeah.
And then you provide so much to your team because you're really durable, you have great stat gain, and you really apply so much pressure. Even in feeble and later stages is absurd.
So spending some time thinking about the third ban here. Big question to me is whether the Ogre Magi of Faith will be left in the pool.
Hello, people. It looks like the Ogre will be left.
What up? Oh, yeah, zoom in on him. Yeah! He loves it. Good for you. Nice. Sorry, that guy looks real cool.
And Newbee with the third ban. I'm curious whether or not we're ever going to see a Shadow Shaman ban against Navi.
They did it the last time, yeah.
Oh, they did take that hero out early?
Yeah, it was taken out first.
First
Oh, yeah,
phase? Okay.
First two.
Okay.
So probably going to have that Shadow Shaman ban coming out right now.
There you
Hey.
Hey,
Wow.
neato.
Look
They're
at that.
genius.
Very smart.
Right, come on. Na'Vi. What are they going to do? Opening pick. Let's see something exciting.
I want to see Crystallized Tiny.
They take the Bane away. I like that.
Sure.
As I said, I thought Newbee played out really nicely last game.
So
And I know that Na'Vi can as well.
Yep.
Nobody will probably grab the Ogre here, right?
Yep. I think
There's
that-
Wyvern left in the pool, too.
I think if Faith over Ogre matches up just fine here, but I'd like to see them commit to that Tiny in the first phase. It does not need to be run with the IO, even though we've seen it mostly with the IO in this tournament, and it hasn't done that well. But I think Crystalliz's Tiny has been excellent for them.
Well, let's see here.
If it goes to form, this is going to be probably a Kaka hero, though they sometimes will pick KP's hero second.
I'd like to see the Kaka. I want to see the Kaka Urspa again. I think, sure, I believe in the game he played the other day, they didn't win, but
I
it's
like
still something he's very comfortable on.
I'd like one more shot with the Kaka Slardar. I think he's
Sure.
he's
Yeah,
played that hero
would be
very,
good
very
as
well recently.
Yeah.
You don't think something like a Tide just opened up here?
I think that's the other thing I was thinking about, that KP, his offlaners tied recently, but the Venom, this is
Oh.
very different for them.
Okay.
They will run this off lane,
They've got a
they
lot-
will run
yeah.
this safe lane, and they will
And they
run
run
it
it
mid.
mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they run in all three.
Cool. So, big versatility coming out of that team here. Na'Vi, could they potentially follow up with a Mirana? We've been seeing that with the Bane. I want to see some Bane Kunkka. Remember those days? The easy nightmare setups?
Who plays Kunkka now? It's only Cole, right? I
Yeah,
think Complexity is
nobody.
the only team that I've seen run in.
Nobody
No,
plays
no, no,
Kunkka.
Besides
one of the-
Attacker.
One of the Chinese teams does it.
Vici,
Okay. Yep.
right? Lan M
Yes.
likes to play it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Those were good days, but no, Na'Vi not really in their repertoire, as we could see for a while. If this was a pub, we could see the Pudge, the Nightmare Pudge. Oh, but that's definitely
You know what I'd
That
like
would
to
be
see?
hype.
I'd like to see Na'Vi whip out the old Dendi AA in the mid lane.
yeah, that's a classic.
Always when they're sort of on the back heels, they pick something like that out. The clock's there.
Same issue, though, in the last draft. Slightly different open, but your first two heroes, mostly single target. Not great wave clear, although Clock can,
Yeah.
in theory, push the lanes with that rocket spam.
Rocket's okay, but you don't get it till later on. Like you need like level 8, 9, 10 for it to really start hurting the creep waves. But it's not one of those real wave pushers, wave clears. Shadow Fiend banned out again because they see the clockwork from Newbee, and similar ban again. Queen of Pain by Na'Vi. Not wanting to play against SCCC on that hero, especially with an Ogre. We've seen the damage that Queen of Pain Ogres do. We actually saw that in the qualifiers here from the SEA region. Abed, in particular for Fnatic, had a really good
Oh,
performance with
yes.
the Ogre qual.
Newbie saving us here. We won't see the Viper this series. I'm down for that. I want to see Dendi play something different.
Yeah, interesting that Newbee would feel the need to take that out of the pool.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised by that.
I mean, maybe it is just
I
the
think-
thing that it seems apparent that Na'Vi are super comfortable. They just want to play it.
I think that maybe
Most
tells me
games?
they do want the Tide Hunter. They want something that gets affected by that break, right?
That's a really good call, Fog.
That's what I
a
would
really
think,
good call.
at least.
Yep, not
Hello.
worrying about the Nether Toxin counter and Kraken Shell.
Yeah. Weaver gets banned by Na'Vi. So maybe Na'Vi wants that Bat Rider, is what that would tell me.
You think a Na'Vi for a Na'Vi Batrider?
Yep.
I'd really not like to see that. I think that gives you 3 single target heroes. The Batrider does
well,
take care of some of your wave
Picking
clear
back into
issues.
Veno, that's a bit.
It is a bit hard. I'm
That's-
just
that
saying. I'm
sounds a
just
bit-
saying because of the Weaver ban, guys. I'm not. saying-
Okay.
No, I
Okay,
get it.
because the ban. Yeah, sure. The ban is can be telling. Yeah.
Maybe actually that suggests a second phase Tiny by Na'Vi.
That could be true as well. The armor. We're getting reduced by.
And they still, they have run Clockwork most often
There we go.
in the 3-roll, have Navi. So we might still have a Wisp on the board for Navi.
This is what I was looking
Yeah,
That
Kakara
is
Spirit.
The Kakara Spirit.
I give him so much credit because, especially like talking to Jack, like the flame of Kaka's Earth Spirit on the Chinese scene last year was freaking savage.
Yeah.
Like this guy was getting destroyed for his Earth Spirit play. I actually have a ton of respect for him for going and still playing that hero and getting so much better.
I mean,
got
that's the great
super
thing.
good
There's
at
such this difference between now and then when he plays it.
Yeah. A lot of dot damage coming out now from Newbee with the team fight. The Veno ult plus Earth Spirit. Pretty obnoxious to play verse.
All right, well.
What is Navi?
I think as Navi, you got to stop thinking about counterpicking and you just got to pick stuff that you wreck with. You've got to show the heroes that have gotten you here. It's elimination time, guys.
Yep, this is the match that could be taking them out. You know, the secret pick that Navi used to bring up all the time was the Lina. They used to run that mid all the time.
They did. They did for
Yeah.
quite a long time.
The Dendy Lina.
Wonder if we'll ever see that again. This might be the last chance to be able to see such a thing. But probably not too great against this lineup. They got a lot of pressure in that mid lane here, so won't be seeing it.
And Navi down to 40 seconds of reserve time.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's just I just feel like this open puts so much pressure on your second phase. Because you gotta check so many boxes now with these next two heroes. You need physical damage, you need somebody that can push towers, you need some AoE wave clear.
Okay, so Legion, you can purge off the Gale
Yeah.
and purge off most of that dot damage. It's single target, but it is wave clear. They do have now from at least the overwhelming odds.
I'm excited.
It takes away the bat from Newbee if they wanted to go that, switch up and go that in the offlane position for the triple dot. Or quadruple, I guess, if you count Ignite.
I haven't seen a lot of Legion Commander yet, so
No, we have not.
this will be pretty good. I always like her as a pick, just because she does so many different things. Huge lockdown for those squirmy.
They have
little guys,
revealed
too.
a lot, though, already. Now we know it's like offlane Legion, support Clock, support Bane. I don't think they could run it mid or something.
Yeah, I think
that's
Navi
actually-
might be thinking about switching this up. General is so good on this hero. Yeah, I agree with the initial inclination, but
I guess
think
they'll
there are
just try to
lanes that
match
you
it.
can win.
I think they'll just try to match it versus where they think the Veno is, right?
Fair enough.
Now, you know,
Yes.
this is all a setup for. The setup for the Dendy AA. 3 heroes
You're
here.
still on it, huh?
I'm still on it.
All right.
I want to see him do it.
The thing is, like, Newbee doesn't have necessarily any single hero that's that regen dependent.
Sure.
Like, I mean, if Newbee were to pick something,
Oh, the
Oh.
classic combo, the throwback by Newbee, the double silence from Earth Spirit Bloodseeker. This is the TI classic that they did.
this is nasty here.
Bloodseeker
Oh my God! With
Veno.
all of that dot, look at all of the dot on the side of
Yep.
Newbee. Everybody on Navi is going to be low, and Bloodseeker's going to be running around at 1,000 move speed with thirst stacks. Oh
Yeah,
my
plus
God.
Bloodlust too.
5 seconds remaining. Newbees turn to
Ah.
bat.
Navi goes for the Terrorblade themselves.
I really like seeing crystallize on heroes like this. The Terrorblade, the Morphling, these heroes that you just get the space for. Crystallize is going to find the farm.
He's going to find the farm, but I'm just worried that he's going to feel so squishy.
Yeah, he's
against
gonna-
all
Sure.
these dots.
He's gonna feel the pain.
There is,
too.
yeah, there's pure and magical. That, yeah.
I will say this though,
5
like
seconds remaining.
based on what Navi has so far, this is a team that they could run around the map making plays with. Viper is not the kind of hero that you're gonna just go dominate people with.
I like this much better than their draft than the last time already.
But I just think this is such a strong 4-hero lineup by Newbee here.
You know what the combo is? Sunder into Ice Blast.
10 seconds.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
really just going for it. Huh?
Still on it.
Let's-
All right. You know,
If it
called it.
if
If
it
it happens, that'd be really
yeah,
that'd be
would
really
sick.
good.
It probably will.
You know what? No.
first
What? You know what I want to see? Screw it, Dendy Invoker.
Invoker.
I want to see with the dual
When's the
setup, with
last
the cog
time?
setup. I want
There's
to see
no
a Dendy
way.
Invoker.
When's the last time you saw an Invoker, Nahaz?
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying I want to see it.
Okay, well, I want to see a pony.
You know, it's like I got flamed for saying in the last major for saying that Ohio's Prophet was better than Bulwark's. I never said it was better. I said it was my favorite. I said I love to see it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not saying Invoker's good here. I'm saying it'd be sick. I just
Okay.
want to see it.
sure. Well, in about 5 seconds, we're about to find
We
out.
got an SCCC pick coming out from Newbee. The Death Prophet is still on the table.
That's yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
likely.
it. That's a hero that was surely we're going to see in one of these.
Yep.
I'm thinking definitely Death Prophet for Newbee, not Navi. Not sure how that would fit in too well.
Newbees.
The
Oh,
Zeus! A classic. All right.
Newbee.
All right.
Huh.
Well,
They really put all their eggs on the Terrorblade, huh? He really needs to get pretty
Oh,
massive in this game.
Trust in
Zeus, though.
Crystallize. You know, they've done it before and it's worked out.
I don't know.
A lot of bursts for the
They got
Bloodseeker.
so much burst here.
Remaining.
Everybody's gonna be low HP with Veno, Bloodseeker following that up. Earth Spirit just running around causing chaos. Ogre Magi in the early game. It's looking pretty rough.
Yeah, so, I mean, you did need something with your last pick with a lot of consistent hero damage. You also didn't want to give the Zeus away to Newbee because it burst down the Terrorblade so well.
Oh yeah, the classic counter.
But I think I think as Newbee, you just played safe. You DP here. Maybe even Dragon Knight.
Could be.
Or maybe go heavy on the burst for the TB, get SCCC Lena or something.
I think maybe they were picking the Zeus too because they're expecting Newbee to maybe go for something like a Tinker because they have a Terrorblade, and they wanted to have that like kind of counter for it. I don't know. I'm just trying to think.
We've
of
seen
what
a lot
they
of
wanted to do.
we've seen a lot of Tinker though in this tournament. Are you buying that?
They
hero?
go for the Storm.
Okay, the Storm.
Hero.
That's interesting. They have a lot of lockdown on Ivy. You know?
They have good ways
Well-
to secure his lane though with the Ogre Magi and then with the Earth Spirit as well.
I mean, it's not the most amazing amount of lockdown. Sure, it's, it's a couple of... You're relying on the ultimates, really, aren't you? Other than that,
that's
the
true.
Storm can...
I'm
do
gonna
pretty well
wait
here.
I'm gonna wait for Blitz to tell us whether it's a free Storm game. That's gonna be the meme this tournament, I think. I don't necessarily think the Storm pick is ideal, but I think your first four were good enough on a Newbie that you can turn to SCCC and say, what do you want to play?
Sure.
Owen, what do you think?
I do like that final Storm Spirit, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to trust in the Terrorblade. Times before where Crystallize has been on these heavy carries, and he has managed to take Na'Vi out of some very sticky positions. So I'm going to go with Na'Vi on this one, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Crystallize can do.
I'm gonna go for Newbee again.
No, I don't believe in the draft, but I believe in my buddy Owen. I'm gonna go for Na'Vi as well.
I'm a stats man, guys. I got to go with the percentages. I feel like Newbie has the advantage here. Would love to see Game 3 in the series. But we'll see, can CIS stay alive at the second major of the season? To tell you about all the action, let's send it over to Toby1 and Blitz.
So we had a whole bunch of opinions at the panel. Blitz, do you agree with any of them?
What was I? I was like spamming to you, right? I just
Yeah, you were just like Storm. Like, wait, but they could move the Bloodseeker into mid.
Yeah, you were trying to tell me a bunch of stuff. I just kept saying
Storm.
After like the fourth pick. I think this. So yesterday, SCCC told me that it was a free Storm game, and he's like, if you play that better, you can win it. And this time, he's got his opportunity to show how to play better.
So in the games yesterday, it was meant to be more of a don't take the fight, split, push it out. So how does SCCC approach this game to make it a good Storm game?
Don't take the fights. Just push the lanes out.
And let the Bloodseeker and the Venomancer take the fights instead?
Yeah, this hero. I'll tell you about this hero. Man, I wish I was like streaming right now so I could just have like a rant about what makes a good Storm game.
Rant away. Everyone will
Yeah,
love it.
you down? All right.
Yeah,
So-
welcome to RantHack.
Normally, what ends up like screwing you over as a Storm Spirit is these heroes that like insta jump you and deal damage. So like Queen of Pain, when she gets Orchid, is quite annoying. But just the presence of a jump is not enough to kill this hero. It's like the jump and the follow-up damage. So Zeus is a little bit annoying, surprisingly, against Storm, because if you get Legion jumped on, it is usually a kill. But once you get Lincolns, like nothing's gonna kill you in this game. I'd imagine you just get Lincolns and there's gonna be zero catch for him, and then the game becomes pretty easy. There's gonna be a curve-off point where he's probably gonna get gripped once or twice and die, but you live with that, because you're gonna get an item like Bloodstone, you'll respawn fast, and you can play around the map very quickly and enable the rest of your heroes. Like Storm doesn't have to be a true one position in a game like this.
Yeah.
All he has to do is split up the map, force people around, force their attention over and over again.
This is what like the panel we're talking about at the very, very start, right? You got so many dot effects that are available for Newbee. The Bloodseeker's already going to be buffed up, and if you got Storm Spirit starting this off with his early attack, then that's also going to be a great little answer. Rolling Boulder, Karka, going after Roger's going to miss it. Roger doing as much damage as he can to Faith early on with the Battery Assault,
Yeah.
and taunting his way back into mid lane.
This is like one of the few matchups, by the way, that Storm does quite well in. Although he does okay against a lot of the melee ones now too.
Just the Zeus.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people say like, oh, well, Zeus Arc Lightning's Lincoln's away, but it's still really good. You don't mind it too much. You can also get a BKB if you care about it that much. But it's the jump from across the map, right? Because Zeus has to be the hero to shove out the lanes. Zeus and TB. So General, if he ever tries to get the instant duel off, like what, you need Zeus to follow you around to Arc Lightning Zeus, or Arc Lightning Storm's Lincolns. Like, if I'm playing Storm in a game like this, once you get Bloodstone, the game opens up a lot for you anyways. Which is why Roger's trying to play this mid game, because he needs to slow this hero down. But that should enable the rest of the lanes to go okay. Like, KP is going to switch down to bottom, but Mugi should be okay up here.
Yep. Clockwork just started his rotation up towards the top, trying to interfere with Faith and probably try and contest that 2-minute rune. But with both Kaka and KP on the bottom lane, they instantly Gale into Crystallize, who pops the Metamorphosis. So they bait that out of him at least. No pressure into the tier 1 tower, as long as Kaka keeps his distance. And once again, Roger, a good answer to the Ogre with that level 1 battery assault.
Yeah, it's nice. This is the benefit of having Clockwork, is that he's the uncontested king of bounty runes. Like, you can't really do anything to fight this hero at the bounty runes. So normally he just gets a free level 2. Although I think they nerfed the bounty runes, right? So they don't give nearly as much as they used to.
Correct.
Yeah. And just to theorize, by the way, it's some time has passed, so maybe it's not relevant anymore. But I think the reason why Na'Vi might have taken Zeus was because I feel like there was a decent chance that Newbee would have taken
enough damage to kill off Mugi? With the overwhelming odds, it is. Roger will be locked in the tree, so Faith will be able to finish this one up. The Ignite. No, Roger, really?
Oh, man.
He just went right around that maypole, and Faith got caught in the streamers.
Oh, that was godlike. That was actually straight up.
Yeah, that was good.
That was absurd. Roger's pretty good at this game.
Yep, the game of Dotes.
He clicks those buttons.
Fantastic to give Na'Vi now that 1-0 lead. The ministry says it's going to be pretty even anyway, even if a couple of illusions get fed in by the Bane.
You just trade farm. As a Storm, like, you love this. The ability to trade farm is really nice. You don't care, on a hero like Storm, you don't care if the enemy mid's doing bad. All you care is that you're doing well.
Roger's going again. This time
They're
he's
gonna
got
kill him?
Cogs available. So, yep, starting off with the blood, right? Mugi wants to find his way out of this one. Ignite's going to arrive too, and so does Kaka. It's a level 2 Earth Spirits. There's more to give. Following into the kick, Roger, battery assaults, giving some space, and General with the overwhelming odds. Mugi's got the movements because General's so low. He'll start the run away and then salve up quickly to back off.
Yeah, and Mugi gonna try to deny some creeps here, but that was the most value overwhelming odds I've ever seen. He got it into like 4 creeps and 3 heroes, and he's gonna do it again.
Oh! Don't hold each other's hands.
Friends, learn from the mistakes of your past.
I'm afraid that did not happen. So Mugi and Faith will be low up on top.
Okay, I feel like he just did like 700 damage with 2 of those.
Giving General that confidence in the off lane now.
They're diving up at
blood
top
right,
again.
and then the Cogs that double him. The silence is, however, out, and there's no mana for General, but he can just be into Faith. Mugi,
Mugi wants it so bad. Roger's gonna get it.
Roger, one swing, he'll get it. A little bit more life back. General is still low. Does Mugi really feel like he's got this? There's no mana on General, but no mana on Mugi either. Meanwhile, KP going down to Crystallize and Snako. That Metamorphosis triggered once more.
What?
This time it gets a kill.
What is happening in this top lane? All right, so 3v5, 3v2 in
Rolling
mid.
boulder.
The kick into the Remnant.
And it's not a happy day for the Boy of Lightning.
It might not be enough. Oh, he's got to run back in.
It's enough. It is enough. And Roger can at least cog burn off both Kaka and SCCC. They want more time to beat into him, or at least farm up some of the cogs.
Yeah, I didn't see, but Dendi actually didn't have boots, so he wasn't going to be able to get out of that. If you have boots, you just keep running up, and you won't get hit by the Remnant. But Storm having a good game, great. This is still a decent Terrorblade game. Like, it's still not easy for Storm to gap close in a game like this until he gets some more items. And Terrorblade naturally, like, builds into Manta. Storm Spirit hates Manta builders because the initial jump matters so much on this hero. You jump in, if you can't kill somebody, you wasted like 60% of your mana pool or more, depending on where you jump from.
But is that just when you rely on other heroes like Mugi, if you can keep getting a good start to take care of that? Roger's on the run, ignited up, and into the trees and far, far away.
They're going to turn.
Silence up so Cogs won't available with General. He doesn't have level 6 yet. Snako and Roger behind him. Roger's not the healthiest of men, but he's got raindrops to protect him. As the Cogs, it holds in Faith. Mugi moving down the Cogs, pushing him back. He wants the last little swipe in, able to get it. Again, these overwhelming odds of General. 3 points. It does so much. And Dendi, well, you can't run from heaven. Strikes him down with the Thunder God's Wrath.
Dude, Mugi thinks he's like on some kind of invincibility thing, but he just keeps dying. That's his second death in this lane. Probably didn't realize that the Zeus actually just hit 6 right there, so it was a little bit unfortunate, but you got to be a little bit more cognizant of that. He's running around with 100 HP chasing heroes.
Yeah.
That's scary, man.
Very problematic.
You see what SCCC is doing, by the way? He's swapping the raindrops in every single time that Dendi goes for the arc. And Dendi actually has like an absurd amount of denies for Zeus. He's playing this lane very well.
As long as he can keep it up. It's SCCC with the regeneration rune, which has got me a little concerned for Na'Vi. I think he's not going to care that much as he's just going to use it to farm the Ancients instead. Top lane, here we go again. And this time around, it's the Legion Commander getting approached from 3 sides. Roger wants out this. He's got Cogs available, but Kaka staying with him as much as he can. He's got the distance, but now Kaka still inside the Cogs. They want to paddle through. Kaka's going to go down here. Somebody give this man some space. He's got him with a range creep. What an attack from him.
Don't do this, Moogie.
Moogie's going deep. He's going under. General, he's so close to 6,
if
but
he gets a good nuke, he's
enough. And there's the nuke. It's not enough still. Moogie into the trees. General has 6. The duel is up, and Moogie, number 3, he'll go down, and winner, Legion dinner. He'll take out the kill on top.
All right, Moogie has to really be more careful because this has happened way too many times as mid lane. Dendi gonna get gone on. Here's the kick.
Nice control. Keep it up. Dendi, silence for the moment, so no real burst damage. He's trying to lift the Thunder God's Wrath because Kaka is so low. The attacks from the tower. SCC will grab the aggro from that.
And Seneko gonna grab the bottom rune. So not a whole lot of mana left over for SCCC. Should have to just jungle it out a little bit and then go back.
They still have the Shrine to the east if he wants to take that and sync with KP. The man who we actually haven't been looking at that much. KP's just been the silent defender on the bottom lane, keeping the Terrorblade at bay.
Yeah, he's just chilling, but this top lane is not going nearly well enough for Newbee.
Roger's well behind the lines. Kaka rolling boulders in. Wants to go for both the silence and kick, the rocket flare, and the assault. Spirit. I'll get the job done and Roger will die.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He was ruptured and he kicked him, so he instantly dies. So Storm Spirit does go just jungle, hit a little bit. This should give Dendi a little bit of breathing room. And you'd like them to be able to sit behind him. Like, even if just the Bane sits behind the Zeus, it'd be okay.
Yeah.
Because if you talk so much about Storm having to rely on the initial zip so much, if you can stop that by just having a Bane sit behind him and you sleep the Storm, he won't go for the follow-up.
Yeah.
No way.
Well, that Bane you're speaking of is now on bottom lane, trying to reach his level 6 for Fiend's Grip. KP. He is quite happy just stacking and farming up the Ancients, can move over and then take the experience from bottom. So a very efficient thing to do with this Dire off-lane Venomancer. Easy just to go to the Trinity camp.
Yeah.
But how long until we need to see him apply some pressure? The Nightmare comes on bottom, but already Kaka here to hold his hand. And it's Roger and Seneko to team up. That ain't gonna happen. You dive on KP under the tower, he gets Nova off and Gale, you're gonna die.
Up at top, though, General still doing a very good job of picking up levels right now. He's been incredibly disruptive in this top lane.
Oh, there's
he's going to get
Rupture.
ruptured. He's going to save the stun for the TP.
Wait for it. TP support's coming over.
They've got the Zeus ult.
You've actually got Crystallize here, rolling boulder in the kick. It doesn't actually go on Crystallize. He waits
Zeus
out a little
ult.
bit more time. There's your Zeus ultimate. General, he'll live. 8 HP he dropped down to. Newbee will end up losing 2, and General will run away.
All right, Dendi made that a little bit closer than I feel like he should have. Definitely a little bit of greed there.
A kill is a kill, a win is a win.
Scared me by a little. But you are correct. General does live, and that's another successful duel. Doesn't get the damage for that one, though.
No.
Maybe if Dendi had TP'd himself up there, they would have...
Too many heroes to commit, man. Sit in mid lane, pop your ultimate. Faith and KP looking for the denial on the tower. Faith able to claim it. Even under that metamorphosed Terrorblade. The Plague Ward's on bottom also added a lot of pressure, but Moogie just revealed himself. Also revealed the fact that Na'Vi have a defensive Observe Ward on the other side of the trees. That's why the tower attacked him.
Yeah. That Blood Right was pretty bad, too.
Yeah, it was a long way to the left. It's like he thought General was going to run a little bit further and get out.
He sloped it pretty hard. he just didn't want to. They didn't want to commit the stun for the ogre for the TP cancel, but that Legion is really tanky. Like 1100 HP with the wand does not go down very easily. And look at this. By the way, General thinks that SECC is going to make a roll on mid, and this is the hero that they're committing behind it. So maybe if Earth Spirit were to TP there, they would make this move, and he might still think about it. I think he...
And with faith.
If he got the hit, maybe. Maybe if General...
Patience.
He's pinging, though. They know. This is good game sense right now. People aren't showing on the map, and it's actually KP up at
they
top.
Go up there. SDCC will cancel the pull, or will it? Nako will drop. He has no points up in Vortex, so incapable of canceling the Fiend's grip. SDCC burn a lot of mana for that hook shot. Roger's arrived. He has his level 6 up and running.
Let him duel.
In the Ogre. He wants the duel. He's almost there. There's your duel. SDCC, he wants to help out, but what can he really do? He's got no other friends nearby. Mugi's taking the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. At least Kaka will steal the double damage rune from Dendi.
Yes, you need him to just farm. Just farm SCCC. But Navi's playing really well. Like, Roger and General are the early game MVPs. If the game were to end right now, that existed, these two have just done so much on the map.
Yeah.
Like an absurd amount. Crystallize, of course, is... I mean, he's pressed buttons, he's made good rotations, but the people that are making the impact in this game, the Legion Commander and the Clockwork. Like, this Legion, despite being tri-laned, is going to have a 13-minute blink.
The Observer Ward was watching Mugi sit there, and he got in range to rupture him, and then the kick into oblivion.
You know, there's no reason for them to have to do that, get the rupture, like the fatality kick, but I appreciate that they do it. It's showmanship.
We picked this combination. We're bloody well going to use it. Mid-tier 1 tower being protected by the fortification. Now wears off as Crystallize. Crystallize and Crystallize beats into the tier 1 tower. Blood Right will create a little bit of space. It's level 2 now for Mugi, but they have no rupture available.
You notice, though, that in this game, as opposed to the other Storm games you see, SCCC, he focused on the laning phase and just splitting. He is not taking any of these fights. This is what he needs to do. But General, he's got such an early Blink Dagger. I don't think that SCCC realizes this, and now Roger's even making the rotation over. Here comes the Blink!
Oh, the ball lightning! He's got the distance, he's got the speed. And the reveal of the Blink Dagger does not seal the kill for Na'Vi.
That was so quick. That was such a good trap, too, by Roger.
They're TPing down to bottom lane. They're after KP. He's in the trees. 4-staff and TP scrolls available. KP blocks it out. There goes your TPs, and they go. Can't get the Nightmare or anything else in time. Dendi throws the ulti out, but Thunder God's Wrath doesn't really get much more, apart from revealing the fact that actually it does. Newbee smoked up. They'll find an Invis rune as well. Clockwork coming in close.
They want
reveals it by standing on the cliff, and there's your silence from Kaka and the follow-up kick. But instantly Observer and Sentry planted by Na'Vi in case any shenanigans. But they wasted the Sentry. The Observer Ward from Newbee saw this coming because they've got the Ancient Camp blocked up with it.
And Mugi trying to get a 4-step. They're just doing a lot of meme value. It's great. Newbee's
so
just
kick 4-staff and just drain them dry?
Do a lot. That's like 1,200 damage instantly, Toby.
Oh, you asked how you get through the Legion Commander, right? And then Legion Commander walks back into the duel?
Wow. That's brilliant.
Yes!
You kick him away.
And he walks back.
Then he walks back. That's easily 3,000 damage. There's no way that General, he will leak so much blood. Just pints of that shit.
Well, open your blood banks. Crystallize. Here's your first stun. Storm Spirit jumping in deep. And they will have enough damage to kill off the Terrorblade before he can sunder. Hawkshot. Roger finds his target. Once again, these poor little supports get locked in with the Clockwork.
Yes, Clockwork is being quite a nuisance for them. Even though his score isn't pretty, 4-5-2, he has been very annoying for them so far. But Storm, about to finish his Bloodstone. You know what that means, Toby?
Yeah.
You farm some more.
That's true. They actually got KP's Ogre Axe on the way. There's the Hand of Midas flying out for Mugi right now.
Dude, there's another 4-staff on their Veno. Think about it.
Yeah.
The double 4-staff into kick.
Well, they have to wait a little bit longer for Bloodseeker to reach his.
There's an arcane rune at top. Get it, Dendi.
And ES is building his 4-staff. He's going Blink 4-staff on ES, 4-staff on Veno. if Bloodseeker does get the 4-star, yeah, I'm down for this.
General, he's got duel.
Yeah.
If he gets a low ground angle on Storm Spirit, maybe they get the kill. They're smoked up too. They know that Storm is there. They're going to see the Remnant. They're going to go for the high ground and wrap.
But they got scattered moving over in the first place by the Dire Obs.
Yeah.
So SCCC should be aware of this, be a bait.
Not again!
Press the attack into the duel. KP wants to help out with the Gale, but SCCC and Dendy securing from the opposite side of the map with Thunder God's Wrath.
Man, I love that.
He even triggers the Arcane Rune beforehand. This is a
Do it for the value.
thing.
Absolutely no reason to do that, but keep doing
Hook shot. They got the Fiend's Grip out. KP's going to go down 2 cores in the space of 20 seconds.
Hype. And now the game is completely even. Oh, Crystallize gets a kill too in mid.
Yeah, he was pushing down the tower. I'm not quite certain what Faith was trying to do to stop him.
They just lost like 3 heroes around the map, and I felt like they had vision, but
And a tier 1 tower.
yes, that is a significant swing.
Actually, they're going to have a lot of damage onto their bottom tier 1 tower. There's a catapult being pressed, the attacked up. Fortification. We'll save it for the moment.
That wagon had wings.
Yeah. Magical wagon. Cardi, volume 2.
All right. So Storm slows down his Bloodstone by like 2 minutes, which is fairly significant. Now you're annoyed as a Storm player when that happens. You'd rather die in the early game than in this mid game. It slows you down a little bit too much. Did the catapult die? Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did. KP rotated down and got rid of it.
Now it's got a different set of wings.
Ancient wings.
All carts.
Yeah, was this All Carts Go to Heaven?
Yeah.
Are you actually going on the All Dogs Go to Heaven reference?
I just saw that movie, so
Really?
yeah, it felt like it was prevalent. This Storm Spirit, though, get your Bloodstone, any more other items. Legion is going for a Shadow Blade, very nice pickup. I much prefer him to go for this than to go for the typical Blade Mail build, Toby, because I think he needs something to just get the instant jump on the Storm.
Yeah.
And if the Storm is facing the right way, oftentimes it's pretty hard. So, you know, just blink forward and then invis and get a little bit closer.
Double.
Now you're just like a constant threat.
Ensure initiation happens. Nightmare up on top. Very easy for Snake to set this one up into the Fiend's Grip. No one from Newbee is nearby. And with the help of Dendy arriving,
Did you really need to ult that?
They have the damage. Actually, yeah, why did he Thunder Gods rat that?
I
Is he
don't know.
looking for the rest of Newbee who just smoked up?
Sure, that's what he should say. Is like, oh guys, I see them just like ping like crazy.
He's got scouting ulti, boys, and he keeps ulting when Newbee smoke up, so hey, why not?
It's kind of weird. He's like, I think they had some
wait.
wards here.
Yeah, it's a trap. They're rotating around the side. Now, Newbee don't see this. In fact, no, are they really going to wrap around the edge? The courier, they're watching the courier maneuver. They're going to kill it off, revealing their position.
I feel like they could have gotten kills there,
Yeah.
but instead they get a courier. No problem.
Hey,
Doesn't get Bloodstone charges,
They're
but
just trying to give rares for people watching, right? Like, rares still drop in Dota, right? Yeah,
true.
I don't know. I haven't gotten one in like 3 years.
I do like Dendy's build, by the way. I've been talking a lot about Storm because,
The Yules and Veil.
yeah, going for the Yules is really nice against Storm. It's all these things that make it difficult for the first jump. If you guys ever have trouble against Storm in your pubs, like, I don't want to throw this out there, but just
Why,
build
because your pub's going to get harder?
build these like Force Staffs, these Yule Scepters, because once you force the instant jump out, like, you're good. That's why Yule Scepter and Yule's and Force Staff, they're both really, really nice.
Oh, Denny's got 2 of these. The 4 staffs are still racking up on the other side. Bloodseeker's actually holding onto a lot of money. 2.8k gold on Bloodseeker. How do
Probably-
you actually approach this for Bloodseeker? Like, what's going to actually shut down either Zeus or Terrorblade for him?
I think right
That's the
now
targets.
he's wondering whether he goes for Radiance or BKB. Nope,
Duel.
I hear duel.
Here we go again. Just locking in the poor little ES and General now with plus 44 damage.
Dude, General's playing so well.
They're pinging out. Dendy, the Nightmare, SCCC jumps
Meta's
all
been
the way
committed.
over towards Seneko. Brains up will give him a little bit more life in the Fiend's Grip.
Is that
It's
doing enough?
out and he's got him! Storm Spirit will go down to 9 Bloodstone charges and his life. KP can't move away from Roger until he force-staffs up the hill. Getting away from the battery assault. Really quick initiations in here from Na'Vi. They've always got the numbers.
Yeah, and the Storm just doesn't deal enough damage right now. Like, he needs to continue to farm before he can take these fights. And he was doing so, but I think because of he gets a Bloodstone and his team is getting kind of thrown in a disarray, he feels like he needs to take these engagements. But it's not even easy for him to kill a Bane. Like, the Legion pops his level 3 press the attack, and Storm has to deal like another 500 damage, and he can in another duel.
Again, there's your duel. Karka needs to create a little bit of space, kicking the Bloodseeker away, but they'll still run in. Plus 58 for the Legion Commander.
Oh, dude, the illusions.
Karka, he's in trouble. The illusions won't kill him off. One charges.
They want
have
more
enough
here.
Life, and here comes the Storm Spirit. Crystallized, primary target, Faith. So much damage from Taneko. The Nova
He got
is
the
off
Sunder
from
off.
KP, but the Sunder, the life comes in, and Crystallized begins his TP away while KP will die. Crystallized cancels it because he got the life from General thanks to the press the attack. 4 heroes down from Newbee. SCCC is on the run. Bottle charging up as quick as he can.
Oh,
the
no.
only survivor from Newbee. This has escalated. Not even quickly. It's consistently escalated.
The TB barely got the Sunder off onto the full HP Ogre. And I think SCC, his brain was just like, wait a second, we were half a kill, half a hit?
Here it is again.
Like, he barely got it off. If they get this kill quick and easy right there,
Boom.
right before the stun, and the Storm gets slept so that he can't use anything in that period. Very well done by Na'Vi. Great team fight. Feels like Newbee, though, they're rushing things a little bit too much.
Here they go again, jumping forward. They want to kill. Snake will be primary target. Nightmare to begin with. Mugi will find this kill, and they're looking for more. Storm with a jump down, but SCCC doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. At least he has the double damage rune. 10 Bloodstone charges. Got one of them back with the Death of the Bane.
Nice. 1 charge for 3.
Yeah.
That's the kind of math we're trying to do as Storm players.
Yeah. He needs to regenerate right now.
He needs a regen rune. He needs an Orchid. He needs to finish his Kaya.
That's a lot of things. Does Orchid even work? Like, you're up against both Manta Terrorblade and Yulsep to Zeus. Like, you can't control that.
Looks like he's going to go for the Lincolns, which is the item we suggested earlier.
Yeah, stop the dual initiation.
Yeah.
Even though it hasn't been on SCCC, it's just continuously been on the supports. And General's pumping out a lot of damage with the plus 58 from dual. He's now 113 plus 104 with his damage output.
I still think he needs damage, though. On the
Roshan?
Storm? He doesn't deal enough. Crystallizes.
He's luckily now Roshan doesn't instantly kill off the illusion, so that's one upside to all of this.
They're going to take this. I don't think Newbee should take this fight. I know they're loath to give up this
KP wants to put a Plague Ward down.
Aegis.
Hook shot, it's a trap. The quick hit,
my.
Karka, Roger. The cold
Roger.
pushback cancelled it. Now without the Plague Wards, without the Nova, yeah, there is no way they defend this unless STCC wants to be part of it, but he's down the bottom lane pushing the tier 2 tower. So Roshan belongs to Na'Vi. Snako belongs to Newbee.
They've got
they
duel.
find the kill, but no, again, another dual victory plus 72.
Both teams
Crystallize gets
well
the
played.
Aegis.
Yeah. And this is what I mean. Newbee, they can't fight that. They should realize at this point that the team fight is just not in their favor. There's just too much on the side of Na'Vi. You've got to switch gears. You have to go for the split plays instead. Allow your Storm to continue to scale.
Yep.
Once this is a 6-slotted Storm, it's hard for Na'Vi to deal with, but at this phase of the game, it's very easy for them to just play in a ball and allow him to come into them. And as long as they don't abandon each other, and more importantly, they don't abandon their supports, he can't get free kills. But I feel like they're panicking things a little bit because they're getting picked off by this General Legion Commander. And that's the real threat that he poses right now, is that General, yeah, he's getting some kills, but it's the map presence that he has right now with barely any items. He's got like 2 items, but he's got a lot of successful duels. And so they're respecting him a lot. He never shows on the map. He's not the one clearing the waves. He allows his 2 cores to push out the waves. All he's doing right now is looking for kills.
We do have 2 new items coming in before this team fight happens. Radiance was done over on the Bloodseeker, and we now have the Nimbus online thanks to the Aghanim Scepter on Zeus.
Yeah.
So both of these are now made available, and Newbee are preparing for the top lane fight. There's no real vision from the Radiant side around here. A ward being placed between the tier 1, tier 2 tower by Newbee. So they're trying to find their target, but then Na'Vi goes for almost the same mirror play, heading towards the bot lane, looking for Newbee. They get their ward a little bit deeper behind the tier 2 tower on bottom.
Yeah.
And Terrorblade, that tier 2 tower is very low on life. It will not last long. This is a straight trade up, and then potential high ground push for Na'Vi is available.
Look at what General's doing, by the way. He never shows. He just hides, and he continues to hide. He's going to get spotted out now. Someone will probably ping him and say, like, hey, this is where the Legion is. Don't worry about him. But he doesn't care about creeps. All he cares is kill Storm Spirit.
They got to come back to defend. Bloodrise trying to slow this down. The silence is on the Terrorblade. While he's got both Manta and Aegis. Crystallize will be very confident to stand here, jump on forward. They try and press
they got it!
the Sunder onto SCCC with Thundergod's Wrath! It kills him off! They keep the attack going. KP will Nova, but it only affects Roger. SCCC will buy back in. He needs kills now to make this buyback worth it. The Nimbus is on the back lines. Another Blood right out. Remember, Crystallize has the Aegis Immortal that was not expended because of the Sunder. They press the attack. They keep him strong. Under the power of this Metamorphosis, he still also has BKB.
General's waiting. He's
you
so
jump
patient.
In, the control is there. They've almost got the kill. There's the burn on the Aegis. Roger, the Clockwork Cogs will be there. Actually going to hold the Terrorblade in.
He goes for Storm.
Jump in right in the back lines. They need the dieback right now in SCC, and they've got it. Dendy with the kill secure. Damage into the Legion Commander, and the bottom racks is toast, toast, toast.
General was so patient in that fight. All he did was wait for his moment, saves the duel the entire time. He would have won like 3 different duels, but he says the real target in front of me is a Storm Spirit. This is the hero that we need to absolutely lock down, and he has just punted them into game number 3.
That was press the attack medic into perfect critical control.
Yes, he has been an absolute terror. Like, this guy's play should be so highlighted because he essentially just won them this one. Him and Roger, like what they did at top lane, he got a 12-minute Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
After that point, he stopped showing on the map completely and just hunted people with his team. This is what you want to do as a 3 position. You want to link up with your 4 and your 5, enable their games by helping them get kills, and then you just become this death squad. And as a result, Denny was just able to press R once in a while, pick up some kills, so he's also involved. Crystallize will shove out the side lanes that the Storm shoves back in, and this is how you have a very well-balanced team. And it all starts from this guy. Conversely, for Newbee, it feels like that top lane went so disastrously for them because they kept trying to kill this Legion.
SCCC just found himself a regeneration room. Won't help him out at the moment. Hook shot, Roger tries to get away. He'll be pulled back in again, but the damage, thanks to Blade Melt. SCCC drops pretty low. Faith trapped inside the pit. Nimbus is keeping him out and keeping KP away from also adding any level of assistance. The tool is out once more. Legion Commander, this time the winner is actually Moogie. KP will get picked. Snako held him in position thanks to Fiend's Grip, but Moogie, oh, Nightmare waiting it, and there she blows. Crystallize will find that kill. 3 heroes for the price of 1. Kaka wants to run out in the top lane, but the Nimbus is down once more. General was just playing with him.
Even buys back for it.
Bottom lane's pushed in. Storm is the only one that can try and defend, but he doesn't have Lincolns. He can't control, so instead he jumps forward, looking for the kill onto Dendy underneath the tier 1 tower, realizes there's just not enough left. The Nimbus is down, and SCCC is out.
Yeah, just doesn't have enough damage. And this is the downside of not going for the Orchid, Toby. You saw it right there. It's not even for the silence, it's for the attack speed and the right click that it gives you, but his base, he's gonna return to it in shambles, doesn't have the mana to go for ultra long zips or anything like that. Crystallize is gonna grab another set of racks for Na'Vi. They're gonna consolidate their strength right now. All the heroes are here, General even buffing up the TB.
They smoke. Either they're gonna look for a pick off right now after Dendy is BT to the top lane, or they just go down mid. The creep wave's already there at the tier 2 tower. It's the only thing that stops them from taking the 3rd lane of racks. Now you actually beg the question, just like we did in game 1, how does Newbee defend this?
I don't know. It was a good Storm game, but right now it's not a good everybody else game.
They did get picked a hell of a lot. I feel like Moogie has just had no influence apart from buffing the Legion.
I mean, right now they have 2 heroes on their side that don't have kills, have a ton of deaths. Conversely, their 3 and 4 are 0 and 17. And if you look at Navi's 3 and 4,
yeah, that's I see it 0, 10, 13. I see it 0, 7, 5.
Yeah, so it just shows you like the impact of the playmakers.
General jumps in, duel is up. He's already got plus 86 damage. The multicast done. Okay, it doesn't matter. There's a Nimbus and all the damage in the world to follow up. So, victory for General. 104 plus damage.
Man, maybe Storm just sucks. I hope so. Another buff. Revert Kaya, Ice Frog. Look at this game.
I don't know if he can put this on.
Oh no!
Oh, the hook shot.
He has an Orchid
out. He's got the Orchid on Roger. He's gonna solo the Storm Spirit.
All right, my hero sucks. If he can't win this game, He's the new AM.
Oh, Venom's gonna fight back. Kaka, Faith, Mugi in through the rear with a blood right. They want the kill. They're focusing on the Zeus. He'll Your Scepter off a large portion of the damage, but even with Rupture, Dendy stands his ground. Mugi just wants him, and he's struggling to even get it. Crystallize did the work. The Magnetize makes it difficult to keep the follow going, so as Dendy right now for the death of their bot lane. Now it's the ES also to fall. KP, put the walls down, build a wall, keep Na'Vi out, while Faith hopes for multicast. The Blood Rice to kill the creep wave, but Crystallize is so strong with that fresh Skadi on him.
He wants to back out though. He was trying to go for the Sunder onto the Ogre or the TB or the Bloodseeker, I mean, but wasn't able to find either. So they're just gonna back out, recircle, reset things. The Storm is about to respawn.
Mugi got 832 gold for that kill on Dendy.
Man, that is...
He's still running the hand of Myers, remember this, but he's got Radiance, BKB, and now 2k gold
it's
on
helpful.
him.
It's just the rest of the heroes aren't strong right now.
Yeah.
And this Clockwork somehow has an Orchid. The mysteries of life, truly.
He's 7-7-12. It's not like it's been involved in hell a lot of the kills, but the deaths are still there.
Yeah, you're just not feeling the impact of Newbee support duo. Last game they were so successful. This game, they were 3 melee heroes, 2 supports that are melees, 1 core that's melee against a Legion commander. That's gonna be really rough. And Clockwork was king up there. When you just have those 2 melee supports, they can't really challenge Clock. Battery Assault rules supreme.
Problematic. Observe what's going to get picked. Seneko finds it quite easily. And Newbee know what they have to defend. KP's, again, back to wall building. They're all trying to get Lincolns. KP's got one queued up. You got one queued up for Mugi as well. Storm Spirit just completed, so they'll have 3 Lincoln Spheres.
Nice.
As the item builds for Newbee. Just survive and don't let them get the initiation or at least the trigger on the Lincolns. Stop the Legion Commander from being an influence. I wonder if you just double layer the Storm Spirit and just let him jump in.
Yeah, just give him both shells. Well, there's still like a small chance for Newbee. They're gonna have to hope that Na'Vi...
They can hope that SECC can now steal Aegis. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
Like if you have Na'Vi push in with both Aegis and Cheese,
they've got to accidentally deny both.
They have to move so quickly here. Crystallize has just arrived. They're inside the base. The rocket's scouting up. Everyone's there. And Newbee's just like, yeah. We know what's going on now. We're too late to fight this.
Na'Vi's got to misclick, deny both of them. Then I would say that Newbee can still win this game. Come on. All right.
No.
I don't know why I was possibly hoping for that. That was the most absurd set of circumstances that had to happen.
Maybe if Solo still had his Plague Wards inside the pit and then he was siding on the side of Newbee, yeah, that would work. Not the Plague Wards, the Mass Serpent Wards.
So a hero that isn't in the game and a player that isn't in the tournament.
Yeah, this is right now what Newbee need.
It's pretty, I don't know if it's rough as that. That ventures into the impossible topes, but...
Octarine is up for Zeus. The push is coming. The testing moment for Newbee. Roger is in the position to go for that hook shot in, ready with Silence and Blade Mail in hand. It's like, please attack me. Bloodseeker will try and survive. He's actually got 25% lifesteal talent up. So ignoring the rupture damage, obviously 4 staffs and kicks are just not the way they think they're going to win it this time with the rupture. Faith almost feels like he's bait as the ogre. Let the Plague Wards be the wall, be the ignite. The annoyance, but Crystallize sits on the bottom of the stairs. They got the Nightmare onto Kaka. Still no jump from Roger. He's letting it be. Fortification from Newbee now being committed. Bloodrite is well onto Crystallize there, wasting his time with this Metamorphosis. I say that he's only 1/3 through it. With the press, the attack, he does so much damage so quickly, and Faith so low. They burn through the tier 3 tower. Newbee have to do something. The Fiend Script, it's onto Kaka. Same with the Nimbus, and Roger! The Hawk is perfect. ES will pop. Mugi at least has his BKB, so he gets a revenge kill. But SEC has got absolutely diddly squat. Na'Vi is taking the mid lane of Rax. You can buy back, but nowhere is safe. Dendy being stung creates space, but here comes General. Another duel victory. SCCC, Seneko just instantly into the Nightmare. Away, the Nimbus, slowing up the Storm Spirit. It's a good kick. Mugi, he needs more control. He's almost killed up the Legion. He hasn't done it. He can't reach him, and the overworld We're having a game 3. Nahaz gets his wish.
Both teams stomp. Now they just trade it out.
Oh boy. Game 3, what the hell do we get?
It was like stomp. One newbie stomps Na'Vi, then Na'Vi stomps.
But that's the law of averages, right?
Yeah.
Like we talked about like what happens with EG versus VP. Game 1 is absolutely amazing. Game 2 and Game 3, it's a little bit more one-sided, or Game 2 is going to be one-sided. Now we've had one side. Let's have an even game, please.
It's like a 60-minute back and forth slugfest.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's have that.
I mean, both the games were even to a point. I don't know.
But both the games also had a large amount of kills. Like the slugfest we already kind of had, even if it was a little bit more one-sided. Each team was still able to get like multiple kills, like 20 kills at least on the board. Yeah. But at the end of the day, Na'Vi 39-20, 36 minutes in, claim game number 2. The Terrorblade push too good, the top lane too good.
That top lane went absurdly well.
Yeah.
They got so many kills in that lane.
I just wondered too, like if it didn't escalate like that for Mugi, like Mugi was still 12-7-3 at the end of that game.
Yeah.
But Kaka, he couldn't do anything. Like he was 0-13-15. Like he was there to try and help out. But KP, 0-9 on the Venomancer, even when he got space in the jungle to farm up, there was just no push influence from him. The team fight influence didn't really seem to be there as well. Like the fight was over by the time he could Nova, and then he hit like one hero.
I mean,
It's like they didn't get the team fights they wanted.
I feel like if we just talk about it too much, we're going to take everything on the panel.
Yeah.
There's a lot to say about that game.
Well, hopefully production is ready for us to go to a quick break, and we can do that and come back for game 3, Newbee versus Na'Vi. Will we actually get to have it? we will find out who will take this last spot.